Hey you guys, my name is Ben Johnston and I'm the 4th through 6th grade director here at North Coast Calvary Chapel. And I am speaking to you from Zion National Park, where our high school is doing their summer camp and I'm helping out. And today's Daily Hope is 1 Corinthians 14:33, which says, "For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace, as in all the congregations of the Lord's people." So let me just start off by giving you a little bit of context on this verse, because that's super important. This is written by Paul, and he's writing to the church in Corinth, and they were dealing with a ton of chaos and confusion and disorder in their worship gatherings, especially regarding like spiritual gifts. And so people were speaking in tongues with no interpretations, people were prophesying at the same time, and it was just like chaos. Like everyone was talking over each other, nobody was understanding what was going on. It wasn't edifying the church. And so Paul writes this letter to bring correction and to give them some guidelines. And so he gives them these instructions, and then at the end of it, he says this verse, which is, "For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace, as in all the congregations of the Lord's people." And so God's nature is orderly and peaceful. The Holy Spirit doesn't operate in chaos. His presence brings just clarity and peace and order. And so when the church gathers, it should reflect God's nature by functioning in an orderly and peaceful manner. And everyone should have the opportunity to participate in that, and everyone should be edifying the church and the whole congregation with the gifts that they're sharing. And so from reading that, what should we do? How do we bring this into today's church? The same is true, that our worship gatherings and our worship now should reflect the character of God. And any kind of disruptions, whether it's from chaotic spiritual gifts like the church in Corinth was dealing with, or if it's just distractions or like divisive opinions, those kind of things should be avoided. Worship should glorify God and edify the church. And that's what Paul is talking about here. And I wanted to share a really good example of that because I'm here at summer camp with the high schoolers, and it is just so incredible to see how they worship the Lord, and they do it with such maturity, and it's really an incredible thing to see. They're using spiritual gifts, they're prophesying, they're encouraging each other, they're praying for their friends and their neighbors, and it's really, really incredible. And the joy and the peace that was felt in the room last night when we were worshiping, like seriously, I haven't felt something like that in a while. And so that's what Paul is talking about, and that's what we're trying to do, because our God is not a God of disorder, but of peace. So I hope this encourages you today, and have a great rest of your week.